Ministry in Nagoya looks a bit different to ministry in Perth. In Nagoya, we go to two different campuses. We go to Nanzan and Nagoya University. When we do evangelism on campus, we usually pair up with another Japanese staff so that we can still connect with students and have conversation with them, even if there is a language barrier. And in these conversations, we are trying to find students that are willing to meet up again for over lunch, or have more spiritual conversations, or even start a Bible study together. A difference in Japanese ministry is that there is a big emphasis on relationship building, and so there's a heavy focus on trying to connect with students outside of campus. And so we try to invite them to house parties or catch up with them somewhere off campus. We also seek to support and disciple our Christian students that are involved through regular one-on-one meetings and through our cross-campus student meeting called Emmanuel.
Pray for the non-Christian students that we're meeting up with for an openness to do CE or a Bible study course with us. One of the challenges that we have here is that we don't have a lot of Christian students. And so pray that God would lead us to more Christian students who are interested in learning about sharing their faith. And finally, pray for the Christian students that we do have to grow in their passion for evangelism. Students face higher barriers and social stigma when it comes to sharing their faith, so they need that extra dose of courage to join us in outreach.
While most of the students we meet have little to no experience of Christianity, every so often we come across students who've had a little bit more exposure. So after we get to know them a little bit, we usually try to ask if they've had any experience with Christianity or have met any Christians or been to church. What's been really encouraging has been the times when we've met students who have had experiences where they've met believers and been invited to church. A couple of instances that come to mind include a student who actually did homestay in Australia with a Christian family and got to go to church through that. Another two students that we met also got invited to go to church during elementary school and high school respectively. And because of those experiences, they were more open to exploring Christianity for themselves. So just this past week we were able to start a Seekers Bible study with them as a result of their positive experience. It's stories like these that remind us that God is working in people's lives long before we come into the picture, and we're simply just another link in the chain. It's also a great reminder that people often need multiple positive encounters with Christians who are willing to share their faith and extend invitations to them to check out Christianity for themselves.
There are a few ways that you can be involved in ministry here in Nagoya yourself. You can pray for us and the ministry here, just as Enoch has mentioned before. If you would like to have regular points to pray through and be up to date on what is happening in Nagoya, then you can receive our email newsletters. And if you're keen to be part of that, then you can talk to Josh or John to get in contact with us. We would also love to encourage and challenge you to experience ministry here in Nagoya yourself by coming on Mission Megumi. If you've been on a local project before, you can maybe even join us this year.
こんにちは。いつも日本のために祈ってくれて、そして宣教師やミッションチームを送ってくれてありがとう。もし、みんなの中に日本への思いがある人がいたら、ぜひ日本に来てください。一緒にイエス様のために使いましょう。待ってます。